I'm assuming we're live. Let me play this.
Well.
I
Look at
haven't
you,
set.
stranger.
Hi, stranger. I haven't set. I haven't set up anything yet. That's just a generic. I thought it was set on 30 seconds, but I guess it's 1 minute. Oops.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting to see how it works. Oh,
Yeah. I mean, this is all new to me, and I only
yeah,
played with it 1 day, so I'm glad to
I
have
mean,
you here. By the way, welcome to the channels.
to the channels.
Channels. Bruce's World of Stuff and Bruce's Eclectic World.
Jason Klein at KRD Klein Race Car Designs. So many of you probably, if you're seeing this, you're probably going, "What the heck are these guys doing?" We're just sitting here building, so we figured, "What the heck? Let's try this. See what's going on." We do this stuff anyhow on the weekends, me and Bruce. Sometimes we have a couple other people that jump in here and we just build and shoot the breeze, just like most of them. So we just thought we want to try a few different things and explore it. And what the heck, let's try it. So,
Yeah.
what are you working on there, Brucey?
Well, I'm still working on my uh, psychedelic 60s group build, the 63 Nova station wagon that I chopped up and turned it into a Pro Street. So
Oh yeah,
we're using our crappy webcam today. I guess I
look,
should have got out the good camera, but
oh, it looks good though. I love those nitrous bottles.
yeah, they got repainted twice before I got them to where I
Yeah,
like them. I got the engine in it last night. Finally, it took about 2 hours. Had to repaint all the headers, rebend them, and heat them and bend them, and it's been a
what?
chore getting that 3D engine in there from a VGC resin. It wasn't quite a drop-in engine, but that's okay.
Yeah. So what roll bar is that? What's that? Is that out of the Nova kit then? The roll bar?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, that's out of the Nova kit. Hey, you know what? I have buttons to push. I can do that. Let's just
Yeah.
let's go to the overhead camera. That's probably a better way to do that.
There you
Dear
go.
me. Oh well, but hey, yeah. So there's a better look.
Oh yeah. Those bottles turned out great. Same with the battery box and everything.
Yeah, but yeah, that row bar is out of that Nova kit. I just did a little chopping, cutting, and moving around, and made it fit in this one.
Now the bottles and stuff, that's all VCG's products,
That's
right?
VGC resin. The fuel cell and the battery box is out of the 30 Model A kit.
Oh, okay.
That's got the kids standing around it, and the other one's pulled up behind it next to that blue house.
Nice.
I think that's right. Yeah, I think so. But anyway, uh, yeah, I chopped the whole insides out of the Nova kit. I mean, out of the yeah, the Nova wagon kit, and put the Nova 2 64 kit in bucket in there. so I can get
Okay.
the tubs and chops out all the front end. And
It meshed together really nice.
yeah,
Good
I
job.
mean, you sitting there watching me do a lot of the cutting.
Yeah. No,
made
it
Dart
looks really good.
made Dart happy. Right now I got the battery wires over here. This is the coil wire. Then I got the fuel line right there and the two NOS lines.
Oh yeah. And then
So
that motor too. That's another one from Josh at BCG, correct?
yes, it is, and that's one he put together special for me. And we have
That's
our
awesome.
first guest. Hey, Tim, man, welcome to the channel. Channels. By the way, when I pressed the go button, I got a notification on my phone
Did ya?
that we went live. So at least we know that worked.
I didn't get the notification because for some reason the bell wasn't rung on your channel, and
Ah,
I found that a couple times with some automotive channels this week too, where again, like YouTube unsubscribed me from their channels, so I don't know what's going on, but I'll still subscribe to you. I just the bell wasn't rung.
huh. Well, I found three channels that I was unsubscribed, and I found three or four that the bell wasn't ringing. I know I rang the bell because I always ring the bell.
Yeah, I generally do too because if it's a channel that I really enjoy, I want the notifications.
Right. Now, ain't that neat? When I made a comment, it went to both channels.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, Bruce's. Oh, that's why. Bruce's World of Stuff. That's why I didn't have that rung. I didn't have the bell rung on your other channel.
It should be rung on the other one.
Yeah, it's rung on Eclectic World, not.
You still got a notification from the Bruce's Eclectic World, though.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm. My volume is weak, I'm being told. Let me see if I can boost it up and see if it'll stay. How's that? Is that any better?
Oh, that's better. Whatever you did, do it some more.
How about that?
There you go.
Okay. How about that? Is that too loud?
No, that's good. That's really good.
Okay.
Yeah. See, that's
uh,
that's what I remember. That's what I remember from before on how clear this thing was.
yeah, I use Linux, and when the StreamYard wants to control the volume, and it turns the volume way down on the microphone. So what I did was I went in and turned the volume back up, and I'm sitting here watching it, and it's not moving. And I wish StreamYard would do that
Yeah.
because I know eventually my volume gets so low sometimes you can't hear me because I've noticed that on our AMC livecast.
Yeah,
So
that's that, and I noticed that a couple times, even with the computer, is that one night I'll be at say 80%, and another night I'll be at 90 something percent, just to get the volume to where you can hear it.
yeah, like I said, StreamYard changes that. Tin Man says perfect. So thank you.
That's awesome, Tim.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man,
I
I'm
can
gonna
go in
be
here.
happy when this is done.
So what are you working on, Jason?
I'm working on the USAC dart. I've got all the brass, so I don't know if you can see that, but all the brass tubing is now painted black. The carbon tubs are in there. As you can see, wherever that's red, that's the factory Dodge chassis stuff yet, floor pans. So that's the way I would build it if it was a real car, and that's what we've done to this one. So we've got to finish up the interior here. We've got the interior tub to finish. We got to make a carbon panel over this yet. but it's getting there. It's really getting there. Very
Wow.
excited. Um, that was a
So is
lot of brass work there.
so is Red your friend yet?
Red is now my friend.
Now I gotta
We're,
figure
we're
out how to
still
get you undone here. Here we go.
we're
Is that
still
it?
working on our relationship skills yet. So,
I know. There's days I have that problem with bare metal foil.
oh, that's later tonight if all things go well. That'll be
All things go well.
so. We're gonna attempt to finish cleaning this bench and get the old decals or decals or however you want to say that. And we're gonna get them laid out here, and we're gonna start putting them on the body.
Can I show you mine? Second time. Oh, the writer's coach the second time?
Working on.
Huh,
Oh, wow.
that's neat. I've never worked on that.
No, I've never done that one either.
Let me change cameras again. Hey, why not?
Oh yeah, there we go.
So I'm still learning all the buttons in this thing. Here we go. So there's mine. Wait a minute, I want me to turn it over. So we did a lot of work on this too. It's mostly stock.
That thing looks good.
I mean, I use the exhaust. I made those little brackets to hang the exhaust so it was level underneath there because they had a little nub and
Yeah,
they went right up against the floor pan. I didn't like that. So, and it's got the stock engine in it with 3D resin distributor. And yeah, it's all wired. And
nice.
for those bean counters, it's wired in the right firing order. There's always those bean counters.
So what'd you use
So
for your wire clamps there on your spark plug wires?
you're gonna laugh at me. I super glued the wires in place and used the magic marker.
Oh, okay,
I just made a line with the magic marker.
nice.
It looks good, doesn't it?
It does. It does look good. The vinyl roof turned out great.
Yeah, well that's all you. That's your suggestions because what happened was I scratched the top and I tried blending it in. I didn't like it, and I was ready to wet sand the whole top area, just try to reshoot it and get it close to this color. And Jason said, "Well, why don't you put a vinyl top on it?" I go, "Hey, I never thought of that," because he was out there. The whole car was going in the dunk tank. So that was a good save. Thanks, Jason. But I like that. So now we're ready to put the decals on it. And oh yeah, it's got the Jason trick too. If you hold it upside down, the hood don't fall off. So there's a secret under here, but I'm not going to show that secret. That's for the main video. Okay, now what button do I put this push? I put this button. Hey, Stephen. Hey, Michaels. Good afternoon. We're just having a spontaneous live. Just we were chatting and decided, hey, let's let's try this out. So we thought, well, okay, we'll try this out, and there, got more buttons to push. There, oh, no, I lost Jason. I guess he'll be back. Or I kicked him out. One of the two. I'm not used to this software yet, so we're just streaming it out there in the world to see. So we thought we'd play with this today again. We did it a couple of weeks ago. I think it was on a Friday afternoon, just out of spontaneous live. I mean, I think I had 7 people that day. So hey, this is Saturday. Maybe we'll get more. I mean, I guess we could schedule it. It'd probably work out better. But we were sitting here both working on stuff. And he's back. There he is. Quick.
Yeah.
Did I kick you out or what happened?
No, the Wi-Fi kicked out here. I'm on my phone since we're just testing this, so I'm not on my laptop like I normally would be for the show. So,
but still, it's pretty clear.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to see what it would do as far as like remote and stuff like that. If I was at a big race or something like that, and we wanted to jump on, I could, stream. So I wanted to see what this phone would do, but yeah, my Wi-Fi kicked out.
Yeah.
So
RC events.
RC events. So that is the plan. So
that would be cool.
Yeah. So there's lots of great people that we could probably even just do like interviews or something like that right on the spot, right out of the pit areas. The noise might be a little different if there's cars driving by in the pit area, but we'll deal with
that. Those poor folks that use headphones would have an issue with that. We had a couple more people jump in though. Steven's here and Michael. Scale
nice.
I'm not sure what channel they're from, but
Michael Scale Miles, yeah.
Well, I was referring to channels as StreamYard takes the chats, both chats from both channels, and runs them together.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if they're commenting on the Word of Stuff or the Eclectic World one.
Yeah. So like I'm on Eclectic World right now, and Steven must be on the other one because I don't see that in the Eclectic World chat. So
because I can comment on with either channel or comment as Restream, which would be the administrator.
Yep.
I don't know. I guess you could change that name. I don't know. I haven't looked yet. So it's still a new toy. It's like buying 2 new kits and you're sitting there Googling over them. Going, do I open them or not? And the answer is yes, you open them.
You open them and you get the glue out and you start going to town.
Yes. Trouble is, I've got about another 40 years worth of doing.
Yeah. So that's the funny thing is we had that conversation last night, and then my wife even said, "So how many more kits do you think you absolutely need?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm getting there to the point where I'm done buying kits, but there's probably always going to be onesie twosies that will come out, or you find something old."
Yeah.
But I'm pretty much to the point where I think I have my stash of kits that I want to build, and I'm content. I'm more than content, to be honest with you. So
yeah, me too. It's just then I see the things. Oh, I want.
Yeah.
And there's that.
We got red on her though.
Ooh.
So the red fought me, but we're red now.
Yeah, now see that when I zoomed in, it got all grainy.
Did it?
Yep.
So.
Well, that's a bummer. Well, your.
Oh yeah, I see it now on the camera.
Yeah,
it shows. Is it me buffering?
Your signals. Our camera's getting weak. It's not buffering. It's just all of a sudden it's like it's out of focus, kind of. Uh-oh. And we lost him again. That's okay. We're having fun, right? So I got to get these wires and stuff hooked up and fuel lines on this Nova wagon, and he's back again. And
Keeps trying to change my my provider here, whether it goes from the Wi-Fi or the network.
so, what was you using first time?
First time was the network, and then it's starting to get cloudy. We're supposed to get thunderstorms, so then when I lost that, then I went back to the Wi-Fi, and now the Wi-Fi was much blurrier. So,
Hmm.
like I said, I'm on my phone too, so
Yeah.
that's why you do these tests. Test one,
Yes.
test two,
Yes. I should have titled this test number 2.
test number two.
Test number 2. Calling number 2. Number 2. Hello, number 2.
The way you say that, that brings me back to when they used to do that at the DMV. Number 64.
Uh huh. Yeah. Now, when I go to the hospital, they hand you a little card. You got a little dash you stop. You give them your name. You tell your first name's Bruce. They give you
Yeah,
a little card with a number on it. Then you go over and sit down, and they'll go, "Okay, I'm ready for number 6." Well, then you wait for the person that gave you the card to say, "Okay, Bruce, your turn."
yeah.
Even though you know that you're number 6, you you wait for that kind person over there to tell you that you can go now.
I always cried because somebody'd call out the name or the number and they'd say, "Yep, now serving number 64." And then you'd look at your thing and you're 97. You're like, oh, shit.
That reminds me of Beetlejuice. He had that big long number. I don't know why that stuck in my head like that. It just did.
Yeah, Beetlejuice. So I actually printed a distributor last night because it's a little racing one. So we're gonna see how this works. We're gonna wire it up here and try it on the old dart.
Nice.
It's a file from Chris over at Scale Speed Garage. It's in one of their motor packages. So I thought the distributor looked kind of cool. It's from that DRE motor.
Mm. I thought today I'd play with putting this engine together that I got from Josh Reese from BGC Resins.
Yep.
That 289 302 Ford engine that's not out yet, but it will be out mid-April. Just
That's
for
cool.
you people out there. I did a video and it posted it, and it's up. So just a little warning: grab your beverages and popcorn, candy. Might want to put your slippers on. Grab a shawl. It's gonna be a long video.
Well, how long is it?
It's about 40 minutes.
Holy moly!
Yeah, I'm back to my 40-minute videos, everybody. Well, the
That's
reason for the,
let's get a recliner video.
yeah, I mean, here's the package, and the reason for that 40-minute awesome video that I produced. Well, that a little self-centered, wasn't it?
Oh.
Because this is how we get the pizza box, and
Yeah.
of course there's the pizza box, and there was an added surprise to this one. That was instructions. So
That's
that
really
is,
cool.
and these are printed by Auto Scale Auto Model Works Designs, and that's who did the designing on this engine. I'll be watching. Oh yeah, you better. But I mean, it's a detailed. You know, let me make this bigger. Boink. I mean, it's a detailed engine. I mean, they have all the parts list on here like a regular model kit.
Yeah, that is really neat.
And then it has the part number and then the paint code, which is also right here. There's the paint code.
That's really cool.
Suggestive paint code, I should say. I mean, there's lots and lots of pages. I mean, by the way, just for those that are interested, the oil pan is designed to where you can flip it either way.
Oh, that's good, depending on what cross member the motor's going in.
Yeah. And the timing cover and water pump is either one piece or two pieces. I didn't realize that when I made the video. And then there's the T-bell carburetor and exhaust. Pardon the brain fart. It comes with a wired and an unwired distributor. The unwired distributor looks just like the one in your model kit, you know, it's just posts sticking up there. The wired version has the distributor with a hole in the middle of it, as you can see right there.
Yep.
It's just got a big hole in the middle. Personally, I would prefer the hose in the plug wire part of the cap, but that's okay. It all works. And then that fuel pump is really tiny. And now this shows with a compressor, AC compressor, and a power steering pump, but it also has belt assemblies for not having those, which is, I was going to assume, is extra pack, because it was in they were in different packages. This,
okay.
Along with different flavors of valve covers, different flavors of breathers.
Well, knowing Josh, he's probably got multiple parts for that motor, and he'll probably print them off in certain packages. He probably sent it to you to where you could do it either way you wanted.
Yeah, and he said of course, I read the email to everybody, but he said in the emails there's going to be different offerings. Yeah. And it says so on these instructions too. I read somewhere that there may even be long and short blocks. So that'll be neat. I saw on Dirt Road Cinderella's channel, VGC Resin now has instructions. Yes, and that's what this is. This came with this engine, which is this one I'm gluing together. And that's that 302 289 Ford. This is the stock version. In my video, I showed all the parts as they were bagged up and sent to me. So I'm assuming the way that I got them, those were tentative offerings. But yeah, it's instructions. I mean, you know, an engine is a kit in its own right.
Yeah.
So that's real cool that you got instructions because that's always been the biggest headache. I got a 460 Ford engine, and it took me forever to figure out how it went together. And I had to go back to the person's coach page and look at the pictures that he used in the where you buy them.
Yep.
And that's how I figured out how to put the daggone thing together. So I thought, well, that's interesting, but yet not a lot of fun. Uh, and I couldn't figure out there was two little peg things. I couldn't figure out what they were, and I printed them. And I sent one of those engines to Dart. Dart goes, "Hey, they're locating pins, so when you put the pin in there, you line it up and glue it down." I go, "Oh, really?" That's what those are. My buddy Dart. Absolutely, Stephen. They absolutely do help. So,
Oh, no, that's pretty cool that he's got those instructions like that, especially with the paint codes. A lot of people, I think, really kind of question that sometimes where they can find that information.
well, that's everybody has their own way of painting certain things, like chassis and engines, and then other people want to be period correct.
Correct. Yeah.
Thank you, Bruce. Get big words today on Saturday. It's hard to do.
Dig
Uh,
those 35-cent ones out.
yeah. Woof. Uh, then you have the ones that have all the color codes in the kits. As your paint going along, and you do use those sometimes. Uh, the engine that I built for the 3100 Chevy pickup truck,
Yep.
that all that color came from the instructions, the different grays and blacks and stuff. I did not mix that up. Of course, I made a Ford engine. You just paint it Ford blue, and a GM engine, you paint it orange, and you're kind of done. According to the instructions, but I mean, everybody has their combinations. Then you have the custom paint jobs for your engines that go along with the awesome paint job you do on the body, custom or not. Uh,
Yeah. So what is that motor going to go in then?
well, glad you asked that question because it's going to go in a 1949 Mercury.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
yeah, I got three more of these. So
Yeah, that's the kit that I seem to get outbid on all the time.
this one was donated by no, this is the one I bought. Okay.
Yeah, I think you bought one from eBay or something, didn't you?
Yeah, then Mike sent one from Skill Motor Outlaws, and Kyle from RKD Model Works sent one out of the blue. He sends me an email. He goes, "Are you still looking for Mercuries?" I said, "Yeah." Why? He says, "Because I sent you one."
Nice. Nice.
He right across the DO in a hobby shop up around Indianapolis.
So,
So
how far are you guys apart?
he's up around Seymour, and which is the middle southeast, and I'm on the I'm on the southwest end of Indiana. I'm
Okay.
50 miles from Kentucky and 15 miles from Illinois. But I'm gonna try to put that in this kit. That's why I'm gluing it together with Mod Podge, because I've done put the kit engine together. Kinda, I just put the heads and the two pieces together. Looks like it's going to be close to the same size, maybe just a tad smaller, and I'm good with tad smaller.
Yep.
Because that 460 engine I put in the other one that I did. By the way, this is for the Paul Left Coast group build that he does for Custom Hot Rods Illustrated, which started February, and it goes to December 1st.
I forgot he's one.
Yeah, so I did that other Mercury last year. I thought, well, I got this one, so I'm going to do this one. And it does have a name, by the way. It's going to be Jade Warrior. Because I'm using emerald green candy paint on it. And our friend Don over Don's Garage said, Jade's Warrior. I go, okay, that works.
Yeah. Cool.
Yes, that's right, Steve. It does. The instructions do help the young builders, especially with this new 3D stuff. Sometimes it's not self-explanatory. He's got another one here. I got 249 merch from Mobius. They are great kits. Now these are the Revels special editions. I'd like to get a Mobius one. I got it. I got an ATM one. It's not near the kit.
I think I've seen that Mobius kit. Looking through my paint rack here. There we go.
Says we got 8 people watching. You've been on 37 minutes.
We got 5 on the Eclectic World one.
Or is it 6? Nope, I'm sorry. That's a 6. Oh, blind man
now
here.
It's 37.
Little bitty fonts. And no, these are readers, by the way. That's why I always look over the top of them, just because I had those new lenses put in from the. I got those $10,000 eyeballs each.
Oh boy! Just think of all the models you could have bought with that money.
Yeah, I'm glad the insurance paid for it, and I do have serial numbers for each eye.
You really?
Yeah, seriously, I got a card.
Uh-huh.
I thought, what the hell is this? It's a serial number card.
That's funny.
And I quiz the eye surgeon about that. He says, yeah, they're even etched in on the lenses. So if there's anything happens, they can identify these.
They can pull your eyeballs out and identify your body.
Yeah. Strangest things you talk about on a video or live stream.
This is pretty much how the conversation goes when we're in private too.
Yeah, it is. It really truly is. This is not Memorex. This is live, folks.
We have no freaking clue what we're doing, but we're doing it.
Exactly, and we're having fun doing it, and that's what counts.
Like I said, we'd be building like this anyhow, so we just thought we'd try this service out, see what it's doing.
So far, I like it.
Yeah, the clarity is really good.
Yeah, that's what shocks me. It has 98% of the bells and whistles StreamYard has. But this is the free version, so I don't know what the paid version's differences are. I don't remember.
Well, that's why we're trying this before we invest. Just like going to the
The
dealer.
awesome part is,
You go to the dealer, you test drive the car before you buy it.
I seen somebody post something on Facebook one time about guys test drove a motorcycle or something for like 3 years. They couldn't understand why the cops came and picked him up. Only on Facebook, folks. That's funny.
I don't know why I got arrested there.
Yeah, what are you chasing me for? I'm just an old hillbilly. Leave me alone.
It's like the time back in the day where they had that whole charade with that kid that they claimed he was did 205 miles an hour down the highway or something like that. They were going to make an example out of him.
Uh huh. Well, thank you, Stephen. Yeah, keep on modeling is right.
Yeah, we find that we a lot of times when we're sitting here shooting the breeze, we get a lot done. So
Yeah, the only slowdown is we actually kind of got to act like we're professionals. Kind of, we got to answer questions and look at the screen and do all the YouTubey stuff.
is that in our contracts?
That's in that real
Oh, the
fine
fine
print.
print.
No, the fine print. That's the one way down at the very bottom. It looks like a straight line.
Okay, I'll have to check that out.
That's that, yeah, that's where that's at.
To I'll have to have the dog read that one.
Yeah, would you? I think Google can translate that for him. Uh
Uh
oh, I said that. My phone clinged.
oh.
Shut up, phone. Moto, you're bothering me. Oh, now the other phone's doing it.
Yeah, when I had an Apple phone, that same thing with my old Apple tablet. That damn Siri chick was on there all the time. You'd say stuff, the thing would start beeping.
All I always wanted to do is get in an airport terminal and holler, "Hey Google," and you go cling, 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 cling.
Trying
No,
to
Tip,
remember.
that's not. That's me, Tip.
According to Merriam-Webster, any of various fishes of the cod family. 2. Lingcod.
Ah,
Hey, now we know about cod, right?
that was hilarious.
And that wasn't this phone. That was it. That was the secondary phone over here that I use to film with. Well, that's the one I use for live streaming, but I'm not today. I'm using my crappy webcam, which actually looks pretty good. Shocker. Tip's at the back door back here trying to figure out who's ringing the doorbell.
Yeah. I just let Lexi in just like a couple minutes ago. She's in there by herself because everybody's gone today. Mama's helping the daughter, and the kid is at work. So both kids are busy, and so is Mama.
That's neat.
This stuff is still some of my most favorite paint for brushing on is these cheap little jars.
Oh, tester jars.
Yeah. Sometimes some of the textures and stuff you get out of them is just really good.
Yep. Are we safer, little boy? Huh? Okay. Good boy. Here. Have a
Is
treat.
it raining by you guys or no?
We're supposed to have storms.
Yeah. Just heard a little bit of thunder here a minute ago. They said depending on how the temperature rolls out, the rain could turn to snow.
Awesome.
Yeah, great. That's all we
Well,
need is more of that white crap.
well, they're just saying severe thunderstorms, maybe tornado watches, all that all that fun stuff. Well, I'll be dipped. Hi, Essex, what you doing, buddy? Funny seeing you here is Correctamundo, my Linux buddy.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah, he runs a channel. Also, that is neat. He's in the Phoenix, Arizona.
Nice.
Someday I'm gonna fly out there and see my kids, and he's got a bottle of bourbon sitting on the counter there waiting on my ass. I think that's been
Oh,
4 years now.
that's a prime bottle ready to go.
It will be. Well, I'm sure he's probably sampled it since then.
Well, that ain't very nice. He's supposed to wait.
Well, he may have sampled a couple bottles. Yeah, I need to get out there someday.
Yeah, I got some family down there in the Arizona area too.
Yeah,
I've not been down there for 15 years.
yeah, because we can stop by and see SX, then we can run over and see BG and then Matt.
Yeah, I think Chuck's down there too, right?
Yep, Chuck.
Chuck.
that
Mhm.
that bottle's been drank since then. Sorry, I figured that. That's all right. We can get another later, right? Oh well, that's funny. So I'm taking a piece of U channel and I'm going to make a wire box to sit on this fender well. And I'm going to run the wires inside that underneath there, just called a wire box, a junction box.
There you go.
High tech stuff for Pro Street race car, right?
Yep. Nothing but the best.
Yeah. Leftovers.
Leftovers.
I'm going, what can I make a little box to sit on this fender to hide the wires and make it look like something real? I went, oh, the pack rat that I am, I got these little uh, tuna cans and I throw all little bits and pieces in with
Okay.
styrene. And while I was rearranging my desk earlier this morning because I had a squirrel moment, I was pilfering through there and I found that little U channel. I thought that'll work.
All right.
There's plenty out there. We'll pick something up when the time comes. Yeah, sure. Absolutely. I might want to take a bigger shot that day. Just saying. That's
Mm.
so I got to scrape away some paint for that to stick to. Hey, where are you going? Get back here.
Working on the crank trigger for the motor now. I printed 2 of them this time because the last time I worked with one of these, I dropped it and lost it.
Does this work like StreamYard? Why, yes, it does.
Well, there you go. Look at that.
Yeah, snazzy. Have you guys watched the Automotive Podcast on Mondays? I don't know who that would be.
What's that?
Podcast on Mondays. Automotive Podcast on most Mondays. But
That's
that was
James Testers.
James Testers, yeah.
Yeah.
Occasionally to answer that if it's James Tester you're talking about.
I haven't seen one for a while now.
Yeah, he says, oops. Come on. There we go. Yeah, James Testers.
Steven must be on the other webpage.
Yeah. It doesn't show here which one they're on. It just shows.
Yeah, because I've got, just for shits and giggles, I got my other laptop here on your Eclectic page.
Yeah, because I'm streaming the boat.
Yeah, I know you are. But I don't see his comments in the Eclectic World one.
Yeah. Just to be clear, I'm streaming to both my YouTube channels, everybody. So if we look like we're confused on the questions or where they're coming from, that's why.
We're testing this baby out.
Yeah. He says that's it.
Yeah.
So.
Tim, squirrel. He says squirrel.
Squirrel. Yeah.
Squirrel.
It's been my whole morning. And I'm just now making this little box, that I started out to make when I decided to rearrange this whole workbench area. It's like, okay, this went way beyond what I was planning on doing, but that's nothing new.
Yeah, we all have those moments. We really do. Especially when you're trying to get some stuff built or whatever, then you start thinking about other stuff. Happens to me all the time. It really does.
Well, I have this tool rack right here. You guys can't see it, but I keep my tweezers and screwdrivers and paintbrushes and stuff in. And it was right up here next to the edge of where I work. And I thought, well, I'm going to move that over that way just a little bit. Well, then I had to move this light and had to go get a piece of wood, had to go find a boat, cut the head off the boat so I could glue it in the wood. So yeah, I've done metal fabrication day, woodworking, all kinds of fun stuff.
But at least you've been busy, though. That's the main thing.
Well, yeah. Well, I've ran the dogs out about 4 times. Doctor says, how much exercise do you get? I said, well, I get to move once an hour. She goes, how's that? I said, I got to take the dogs out about every hour. Because as a rule, my dogs don't stay outside more than 20 minutes. They don't stay out at all at night by themselves. We got coyotes around here, and old Tippy Poo don't have any teeth, and they would gang up on Wednesday. So,
Yeah.
Look, as next is our buddy Jake. Hi, Jake, another Linux guy.
Jake and Lennox.
Good to see you in there, Jake. This is my buddy. Oops, this way, Jason from.
Nice to meet you guys.
Yeah, Another one of my model buddies. We usually sit around on Saturdays and Sundays and chit chat and work on models. And this is a normal conversation, other than
Yeah.
you guys are here. So we thought, well, we'll do a impromptu live. We're trying out new Restreaming software, and we thought, hey, let's just go ahead and make a live out of this. Why not? So we'll stream to both my channels and see what happens. According to that, we've been on here 55 minutes and we got 10 people. Yay! That's 3 more than the last time I did this.
3 more than the last time.
Uh-huh.
New record.
New record. Long time no see, Bruce. Good to meet you, Jason.
Nice to meet you guys.
What happens when you move between multiple worlds? Yeah, that's very true. Yeah. You know that all too well, Esnick.
Yeah. and that's the whole thing with where me and Bruce have a lot in common is that Bruce has got other hobbies other than this, and I have other hobbies other than this. So we definitely learn a lot from each other. We really do.
A couple of them are the same hobbies.
Yeah.
Let me check that volume staying right where I put it a while ago.
Good. It sounds good on my side, anyhow.
Yes, sir. What's up? Like I didn't already know what's up.
Somebody's got to go potty.
Somebody's got to go potty. Yes, Stephen, why not? Correct. I mean, when you have like hobbies and you like-minded people, like Esnick and Jake, we all talk Linux and been using Linux for a long time, and we've learned each other's how to write scripts, and it's just you tend to gather around the people that do the same thing you do or like to do.
Yep. No, I'm not into Linux. I'm pretty much models, remote control cars, and then 1-to-1 scale cars are my main source of interest.
Yes, I know, Jake. I've watched both your videos, live streams. I think I caught the second one after it was over, but yeah, it's live streaming's a different world. Jason and I and another friend of ours, Mike, over Scale Model Outlaws, we do a weekly channel show on Thursdays at 8 p.m. It's called the AMC Livecast, and we talk about models and have guests on and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, it's interesting. I'll be back. I'll let Jason continue on. I take Mr. Whiny Buddy here out. I'll be right back.
Anybody?
Come on.
EEW. Tin Man, you still in there, Tin Man? Some of you might be wondering what I'm looking at. Basically, I'm just setting parts up, putting them in clips. Some parts you can put in clips. Some parts I just glue to the sticks to paint them. Depends on how you got to hold them, whatever. Kind of time-consuming process, but definitely helps. You can get everything kind of sandy bird and ready to go versus leaving it on the trees. But these, being that these are all, well, you can't see that, but these are all just little teeny 3D printed parts. That's just a little teeny fuel pump. So you gotta get them off the sprue, get them prepped, and then you're ready to paint. There's just so many of them here. It's overwhelming, to say the least. Say the least. Right. Good there. Yippers. You making some good progress on that build then? See you later, Jake.
Okay, puppy's taken care of. Sorry about that, folks. Life goes on.
Jake is at work. He said he was taking off. He said goodbye.
Yeah, I seen that. He's a mechanic.
Is he?
Yeah. He used to do a lot of videos. Back in the day, he made recordings in sitting in his pickup truck at lunchtime.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow. That's kind of cool.
Uh-huh. Wow, we've been on a whole hour already.
Goes by quick.
Are we having fun yet?
I am. I'm getting a lot done. I'm getting a lot done. Getting the next batch of parts put on sticks.
Yeah, I got a bunch of those cleaned off because they're getting ready for the next car.
727 transmission.
I know
Ever
that
got
transmission.
gotta have one of them.
Yep.
Got all my bumpers for the darts glued on sticks. Dashboard.
Like I said, next one I'm going to start putting on sticks is that demon.
Yeah. Soon as this one's done, that's gonna be full steam ahead on that demon.
What we're talking about is pardon my big butt. What we're talking about is this one right here.
That
Good
baby
place to
coming.
say. Good place to say is let's go ahead and announce it now that we're doing a buddy build.
Yeah, we can announce it.
Sure.
We ain't got that many people in your house.
Yeah, but somebody will go back and watch the replay of the live, right?
True. So I can give everybody a little short story here. I lost a dear friend of mine right around Christmas time, and it was unexpected. One-to-one car friend of mine. He was always one of those guys that was buying and selling and flipping, and he'd play with a hot rod for a little bit, do little things, let it go down. So he always wanted a 71 Demon. That was like his dream car, and we'd always talk about that. And I feel I have a real good wealth of knowledge of what he would have done if he had ever gotten one and how he would build it, what color he would want. So I've kind of talked about it in my personal channel a few times about doing a tribute build for the guy, and we're definitely going to do that. So me and Bruce, being we both got demons, we're going to do this demon buddy build. He's going to build his way. I'm going to build mine to the tribute of my friend, and I'm going to use strictly all VCG resin parts, and I believe Bruce is going to do the same thing with his. So kind of a
Yeah.
neat little buddy build of two MPC demons, and both of them using VCG resin parts. So that'll be a really cool thing for Josh Reese to see as well. That his parts are in a buddy build. So it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yes. I've been itching to build a demon, so what better time?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Hey, hi Ed, our buddy from One Team Garages here. Greetings, Ed.
Hey, what's going on, Ed? How are you doing?
Just checking in. Great pop up line. Yep, we decided just to pop one up.
So he did. Boop. Speaking of a cool demon, Ed did one.
Yes, he did.
That was one of my
Awesome.
favorites. Yeah, that one was one of my favorites.
Another one of my fanboy channels. I'm just a fanboy. His channel. I speak talking about him all the time in my videos.
When it comes to the Mopar stuff and people build it, it's like those are the videos that I go right for.
Yeah,
uh,
and
every
his
time.
was one of them.
Yeah, every time.
Yep.
Frame rail, keep those. Oh, you're welcome, my friend. You do some really nice builds. So, and I'm getting use out of your book too. I even bought one of those books from my son for Christmas for him keeping track of his builds.
I really, really need to get one of those.
The other thing that I like about it, so especially with my kid, right, is my kid is going to start out with spray cans. So he can basically put that in there, all the details that he painted it with this primer, this, that, and then he'll at some point be able to go back at the book and realize, okay, my fifth kid or my sixth kid, I started using an airbrush. So it's going to be kind of a great, like history piece of his model building over the years. So
Yeah,
he enjoys that book.
where I'm using YouTube videos as my chronicle.
Yeah.
Because I put all the information in my description for my videos. But so if I need to know what I used, because I don't remember, I have to go back and to the videos and read the descriptions. Because as the video progresses, the things change, so the description changes too. So
The big thing with the book that I like too is, and I've done this twice now. Well, taking the book with, and if you go to a model show and say the model, so two of my models have gotten photographed, photographed, and they want that information sheet filled out. Then you can take the book out. You can look, see what paint you used, and all that. You're not intertwining your models. So, because I had one that, I just used regular automotive paint, and I had one that used MCW paint. So I would have probably mixed them up if I didn't have that book with me. And then, of course, I had my wife with, so then she wrote it down. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to read it. So, here, honey, write this down. Here's the book.
there you go. Hi, Dart. Yeah, you found this. Yay!
Hey, Dart. I missed that.
Yeah, I really need to get that book. It's in my Amazon list. Been there for a while. I'm ashamed to say.
Yep. Probably going to have to buy another one, really. I mean, just to have, because I've got over 100 models. I think that's what the limit of it is 100 models.
Yeah, that would be a lot to keep track of.
Yeah.
I know what I'll use. I'll use super glue.
Super glue is my friend.
Well, if you want to hold wires in one spot, I find that's the best thing to use.
Hit the like button. I agree, Dart. I just lost my transmission pan. Good thing I don't have carpet out here in the garage.
I have a hardwood floor that I'm sitting on with one of those plastic things you roll your chairs on.
Oh, yeah.
You would think I would be able to find something if I dropped it, right? No. It's like there's a black hole underneath this desk.
Well, I can tell you that too is those mats that your chair is on, they seem to bounce parts in God knows what direction.
Yeah, direction is right.
Yeah.
Ed said you're right. It holds 100 model builds.
Okay. Yep. No, I love that book. And the thing is, modern age technology with computers and notepads and all that stuff and the phones and tablets, I hate that. I just don't I like opening pages up and reading data logs, so I do that with cars too. Even if the stuff is in the computer for tuning the car, I still have these like logbooks you can get from Summit and Jigs and all them, some other racing things, and I still write all my settings in them books, what your timing, your fuel curve, all that stuff, tire pressures, all that. So when Ed came out with that book for the models, I'm like, yeah, that's freaking genius right there. That's genius. I need that. So I can't remember who the heck I seen that. Was it Terry Senior that we learned about the book? Bruce? I think it was Terry got it first, I think. Old Senior.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it was Senior.
Oh.
I miss that old guy.
Yeah, he was a fun guy. He was a great guy, really was. I was going to ask you the other day, Bruce, have you talked to Manny at all lately? I haven't heard nothing from
No,
Manny.
I have not, and I've not seen any videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says probably Terry. Um, see, last time I talked to him was a week or so ago, 10 days maybe. I emailed him.
Okay.
Maybe I need to email him again.
Yeah. Have to message him.
Yep.
That's another guy that his channel really, you know, was one of the first ones that I watched too, where he was doing all the painting and stuff. So
Another guy that does a lot of things for different YouTubers, like making shop cards and all kinds of
yeah,
intros for people, and he's
for a
besides
while,
being an awesome model builder, even though
I
he
know
laughs at himself, says he's not.
I've got to have at least 6 or 7 different channel shop cards that Manny has designed.
I've got two. He
Yeah,
he made mine. My
yeah,
first ones, he made mine.
yeah. I think he made Kyle's
He made
RKD's
Kyle's. Yeah, he made
too.
Kyle's right after he made mine.
Yeah,
Tiffany.
yeah,
There was a couple of others, but I don't remember who they were.
yeah. That's over on the other wall, but there's got to be at least 5 of them. There's got to be that were all Manny designed them for the different channels. So
He's got a friend that does that printing for him.
okay, so that's where he
I
gets all the stickers and stuff. And
yeah, because I quiz him every now and then. Has he got any more this silver sticker paper like he made mine out
yeah,
of? And he keeps saying no, he's having a hard time finding
hmm,
it. So apparently, when like everything else, blame 2020 on it.
yeah,
Apparently, he's having a hard time finding us. Well, I'm not in a hurry. Someday, I mean, I could probably go get them made somewhere else, but I don't know. It's Manny.
yeah.
Okay. Electrical box made.
Check.
Check. So that probably should be, I don't know. What color do we want to paint it? What's it? No, the body. I don't want that one. Steel. That'll work.
Just forgot to print something. I just realized it now.
Sorry, Dart. I didn't figure you'd be up today. I'd have sent you the link.
We're probably gonna go back to private in a little bit here, anyhow, buddy. So
Yep.
we'll
Yeah,
send
we're coming up on an hour and a half. We'll stay though for about another 15 minutes, and
15 minutes. I'm sure there'll be another dog that's need to go potty, meaning
oh
mine.
yeah, yours. I asked mine if they wanted to stay outside, and they both ran to the door. And then I thought, well, now I know why, because I can smell rain in the air. You would think a bird dog and a lab dog would like water. No. Apparently mine do not.
Oh,
If it's raining, you can't get them to go outside.
oh my! When Kayla was still alive, that black lab, oh, she just anything water, she'd sit in it, and if it was deep enough to swim in, she was swimming in it. So
That was Buster.
you
He
know,
didn't care if it was storming or lightning. He wanted to go out the door.
Yeah. No, that was KK. The only thing is if it was really, really loud thunders, that those big boomers, then she'd come running. But
That's these two.
yeah, she loved the water.
Tip was my crack dog. If he got his nose in the crack of the door, he was out the door.
See, that would be my Lexi, the German Shepherd mix. She loves to open doors, so like our door handles have the little S shape handles on
Ah,
them. And if it's a push door, she smacks that thing until it trips, and then she got a pushing on it. So, little turd.
those dogs are smart.
Yeah, yeah, she's a little turd.
Now these two, I can hold the door open and look at the storm and whatnot, and they're standing beside me, but nope, they're not going outside.
Yeah,
Or when it's not storming, they do the same thing because I'll hold the door open to look to see what's going on outside. They'll be standing there right beside me. Neither one wants to go outside until I say, "Let's go outside."
yeah.
As I look around to see if we're jumping up. Well, we still got 10 awesome souls watching. Thank you very much for watching.
Thank you guys. Like I said, we're
Yes.
just kind of shooting the breeze and hanging out. That's all we're doing.
This is normal Saturday stuff.
I found that I don't get enough abuse from my wife on a daily basis, so I figured I'd sit on my weekends and get abused by Bruce. So.
I'm not the only one. Hey, Too Tall. What's up, man?
Hey Taylor, how's it going?
Good old Taylor. I seen he posted a video earlier. I think it was him.
Yeah, he did. He got I seen pictures too, I think on Facebook where he posted pictures of a Dennis Taylor tribute built Nova, the retro Nova.
Oh,
So their drag and drive car. That's one thing me and Taylor got in common is we both love the drag and drive stuff.
well, that's neat.
Yeah, Ed, I had a buddy that had a pit bull, and he said the same thing. That pit bull hated the water, everything. So when he was raising the dog, if the dog did something that he didn't like around his little kids, he'd just take a spray bottle and he'd spray him with water, and the dog would take off.
I had an uncle that used a squirt gun.
A squirt gun would work too. Yeah.
Yeah, he used a squirt gun on his German Shepherd because it didn't like water either, which is weird because German Shepherds do like water. At least the three that I had did.
Yeah, mine likes water. She don't like the thunderstorms, but she only likes going in the pool or swimming in a lake. But she could care less about being in the rain.
I think it's all the little tingles as it's hitting them.
Yeah,
I don't know why I used that as a word, but I did. Tingles. Droplets.
droplets. There we go.
Then you guys wonder why I edit videos.
So yeah, so everybody knows Bruce's videos are always an hour long, but then he edits them down. No, just kidding.
Yeah, just me. I've actually got good at editing them down to about 20 minutes.
I try to keep them at 20 minutes because I had a couple people that actually sent me emails complaining about my videos were too long. So
Yeah, me too. But what's I'm doing the green retro Nova for
Yeah,
back in the
but
80s.
then it's not the blue one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, you already have the blue one. Yeah.
yeah. I already have the blue one, he says.
Well, my guess is there again. That's me not being a good YouTube friend and not watching more of Taylor's videos. 'Cause I guarantee you, he's probably got a bunch of drag week competitors models built, um, and he's probably got them in the videos.
Well, sad to say, I'm slacking myself a bunch because lots of life things going on, and
Yeah, I gotta step up my viewer game here and start catching up on a lot of these channels.
I was looking through my drop down list before I started this live and earlier, and I'm going, man, look at all these awesome videos I need to look at today. There's like 20 of them. I'm going, I ain't gonna have enough time today. Sad to say.
For me too, it's like I have not. I've probably only watched 6 or 7 of the USAC final builds.
Yeah,
Um, it's just with work and stuff. I've been just so dang busy.
well, you're the 14-hour a day guy.
Yeah, crazy. It's got to stop, man. I can't do that much more. Too many hours.
That was the original color of the Retro Nova before he painted it blue.
He rebuilt the car and then he repainted it and everything. Yep.
I'm going to have to check out that video, Tim, because
Yeah, it's cool. So the Retro Nova's always had more of an old school paint scheme. So
that'd be
when
me.
you see Taylor's video, you're gonna see all there's a ton of tape work that he had to do to get the separation. So it's almost kind of the Retro Nova has somewhat of a lowrider paneled out scheme. So it's really cool. And then the new paint scheme, which would be the blue one, is a real dark blue one that when it changes a little bit in the light. When it's out in the sun, it's really vibrantly blue. But when it's in a dark setting, like if you're at a car hangout, it looks black and silver. So it's really, really cool paint on there.
Wow. Definitely have to remember to check that out.
Yeah, he's one heck of a guy. He really is. He's done a lot of things in the hot rod community over many, many years of they used to make molds for 41 Willies and stuff, fenders, hoods. At one point, I think he did bodies, the whole complete bodies for certain street rods out of fiberglass, and they were selling them.
Hmm.
And then his daughter has built herself a heck of a YouTube channel. Her name's Alex Taylor. She was even on Hot Rod Garage. But they did a YouTube build for a 55 Chevy. And there again, they did that at Dad's shop and they did it together, father and daughter. And Dennis and them, they made all the doors, all the front nose clip. They made all that stuff from scratch, because he had all the molds from previous days in the past of making all that stuff. So really cool channels. Both Dennis has got a channel and then Alex has got a channel. So
Nice.
yeah,
I like what Tim said. Yeah,
yeah.
I understand the low on funds thing.
I wish I was on the retired side, but got a few more years yet.
Especially after this week's escapades at Hobby Lobby. I was going to go over there today, but I didn't.
Hey, speaking of that, so being that the wife had to go all the way out to another town where our daughter is, and I said, hey, there's a Hobby Lobby way down there, ain't there? And she's like, yeah. I said, stop in and see if there's any orange stickers, And she
Uh-huh.
just looked at me and shook her head like, geez. But she did. She went there. She called me. She goes, there's no orange stickers here. So she was probably going, whoo. But
Yeah. Well, that means
they took
I'm probably
them.
gonna go tomorrow, but that means
They
mine's probably
stopped.
got the orange stickers gone too.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
What's up there, Boston Buds? That's cool, Taylor. That's really cool.
Hi, Buzz. What's up? How you doing?
Good old Boston Buds. Strange seeing Buds in there without Kevin.
Really?
Kevin, Kevin must be taking a nap. Kevin's napping up for Brian's live tonight.
Right. He's probably writing down new material as we speak.
It's funny how fast Kevin comes up with stuff. It really is.
It is. It boggles my mind.
Yeah.
I like Kevin. He's a hoot.
Oh yeah. Great guy.
Him and Buzz.
Yeah.
When Dennis signed all my models, he invited me to his shop. Wow, cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Definitely, I want to get down there and especially, Alex is still basically setting her shop up. Of course, then you got Nikki Bobby's shop down the road too now, so you got 3 shops right there in just a couple miles. So those would all be great shops to go and tour and buy some merch from for sure.
Nah, it was an impromptu live there, Buzz. We're just trying out the Restream software, and Jason and I
Yeah,
was having a chat anyway. And we thought, hey, let's load this up and just do an impromptu live. And here we are. And been here an hour and 33 minutes.
yeah, we're just kind of seeing what the lag time is on it, how it works with a mobile and with the computer. So I've got my computer and the mobile device going at the same time here. So just checking things out, seeing how it's going to work.
Uh,
We've got some things that we would like to do over the summer months, and maybe do some streaming from some one-to-one events and stuff like that. So it's going to be fun.
trying things out. Yeah.
Yep. That.
And we still have 10 people too, Jason.
Ken, on just the Eclectic World, do you have any on the other channel or
I don't know. It shows at the top here. It just shows
the
10
total?
people.
Okay. Yeah, there's 10 on the Eclectic World.
The live the chat is supposed to grab from both channels, but it doesn't say which channel they're on either.
Gotcha.
Well, now it shows 12.
Well, then there's got to be 2 on the other one then.
Yeah. It just now picked up Buzz popping in, I guess. I don't know. But I like the picture quality on this Restream software.
Yeah, and it's about a 30-second lag between when we're actually talking and versus it going through to the computer right now.
That's about standard no matter what you use.
Okay. That's probably so that if you had a certain show and you had a beep button, if somebody was swearing, you could go beep, beep.
Yeah, say that oofy word. Oopsie word.
Yeah, we'll see you later, buds.
Yeah.
We're gonna bounce out of here anyhow. So
Yeah. So it's all good. Yeah. Lag sucks
yeah,
because he probably typed that 30 seconds ago.
yeah.
So then, yeah, then it's another 30 seconds before everybody else sees it. So,
Yeah, it's, the shop's unlocked. Yep.
so anyway, we're going to go ahead and bounce out of here, as Jason said, and shut this down. And we appreciate each and every one of you. Awesome 12 people that showed up. Thank you.
That's awesome. Like I said,
Yeah,
we're
hit the like, share, subscribe button, please.
yeah, we're testing this stuff out, and we got some things that we want to try and do throughout the summer here. So you're gonna see more for sure. We appreciate everybody, like what Bruce said. We appreciate everybody coming in here, watching us
Yes.
bumble around like a couple of buffoons. But we do this every Saturday anyhow. So what the
We
heck?
figure we might as well let you guys suffer with us.
So we'll see you all later, and we'll see if Bruce can shut this thing down.
Don't know if I know where the buy button's at.
I said a few.
It's not red. Hey,
It's
I
not
found
red.
it. Bye, everybody.
See ya.
Well, maybe.
You're still alive, Bruce.
I